Hey guys, and welcome to a new video on this channel. I'm Sabi from CodeRevolution. So let me show you in this video an advanced tutorial for the RSS Transmute plugin. I will show you each settings field in the plugin settings and will explain everything about them. So let us start in the main settings plugin menu. Here you will see DeepL translator authentication key. Here you will be able to add your DeepL API key, and the plugin will be able to use DeepL instead of Google Translate as a translation source. Also, you can add a Google Translator API key here. This is optional because the plugin will use a free version of the Google Translate API. And if you add an API key here, the plugin will use the official API of the Google Translate service. This is needed only if translation is not working on your side, because the free version of the Google Translator API might not work on all servers. So if translation is not working for you, add either of these and the translation should be working again for you. Check the use custom user agent in SimplePy only if feeds are not imported correctly in your case. Force detection of feeds at the links you specify. If you want to force the plugin to detect a feed link that is not working in the plugin, but you know for sure that at that specific location you have an RSS feed that is valid, you can try to check this and the plugin will try to force the location to be detected as an RSS feed and to make it work. But this is only for debug purposes. Do not sanitize strip HTML tags. If you want to keep each HTML tag that is imported in the plugin by the plugin in the RSS content, check this. Enable caching to add performance to feed importing. RSS feed refresh interval, set this to allow the plugin to set the general feed refresh interval in WordPress. So WordPress has a 12-hour feed refresh interval, so feeds will be refreshed automatically only after 12 hours. You can decrease this time if you set here refresh interval in seconds. So keep in mind this should be added in seconds. So if you want to add 10 minutes, you should add here 600, because 600 seconds represents 10 minutes. Enable logging. Detailed logging. These features are only for debug purposes. You can leave this as default. Web proxy address list. If you wish to use web proxies in the plugin to not use your server's IP address when getting feeds and when getting articles and full article content, you can use proxies here. Authentication, we can use user and password for proxies. So proxies should be entered like this: IP address and port, and user passwords should be entered like this: user pass. Timeout for running. If the plugin takes more than this amount of seconds to run, that it will be stopped. Timeout for one request. If a page download takes more than this amount of seconds, then the plugin will abort the operation. Delay between requests. This is the amount of milliseconds the plugin waits between each request. So if you have multiple requests that are going to the same site, and the site has crawling protection, you can fix the issue here and allow crawling of that website with this feature. Delay between running. If you have multiple feeds set up, you can set a delay to pause between importing of these multiple feeds. Send an email to this email address and send only a daily summary. If you want to resize iframes that are added in the content, you can do it here. You can use shortest API to automatically shorten links that are important, and also to monetize links, because shortest also monetizes your links. You can add your API token here. Use alternate readability. If full content is not processed correctly on your site, you can check this to debug this issue. Strip links from feed item content. If you want to strip all links from feed content, strip only from imported content. If you want to strip only from the content that is imported from the site and keep links that you add from plugin settings, you should check this. Strip website internal links only. If you want to keep external links from the website and remove only their internal links, you can check this. Strip JavaScript, strip HTML. This will strip full HTML from the content. The plugin is able to take also screenshots of the page. You can set the screenshot width and height. Multiple crawled content separator. If you use multiple content to be imported to your full article content in feeds, you can add the separator here to separate multiple crawled content. You can add attributes to internal links, to external links, replace all URLs from content, read this URL, read more button text. If you add a read more button to link to the original website, you can do it here. You can configure word spinning using best spinner, word AI, spin rewriter, Turkish spin. This is a Turkish spinner built-in, wiki synonyms and free thesaurus. Do not spin or translate title. Minimum title word count, maximum title word count, minimum content, maximum content word count. These are posting restrictions. If the articles do not meet these restrictions, then they will not be included in the RSS feed. Skip posts with these words in their image names. Skip posts that do not have images. Skip posts older than this date, and you can set the date here. Random sentence generator. You can use these shortcodes to create random sentences in the RSS feeds. So you can define here sentences, each on one line, and sentences can have variables in them. You can define values for variables here. So like this, the variable name, an arrow, and a list of semicolon separated values for the variables, and these variables will be replaced at random with one of these values, and a random sentence will be selected from here. And custom HTML code, you can use these shortcodes to use them in the feed content. So this is the functionality of the main settings. Now let's go to RSS editor menu. Here you will be able to set each RSS feed. So each rule here will be a different RSS feed. So if we import from this RSS feed, for example, and create a feed 2, we can save settings and the new RSS feed will be created. We can delete it like this. And we should set here the starting URL of the RSS feed. If you wish to merge multiple RSS feeds into one, you can set a comma separated list of multiple RSS feeds. So RSS feed 1, comma, RSS feed 2. So this should be a different RSS feed. Okay. The schedule, how often should the plugin update its database of feeds? How many items should be included at maximum in the feed name, and more settings. So the feed title, keep in mind this is not feed item title, but the feed title. This is the channel title in the feed that will appear. Channel, feed channel URL, feed channel description, language, update period, update frequency. So please note that these two are only informative values. These will be added in the RSS feed only to inform crawlers and feed readers that process the feed how often should they check again. This is not actually how often the feed is updated. The update period is defined by WordPress, the actual update period. This is just textual value that informs feed readers how often is the feed updated. Custom RSS feed tag creator. You can set custom RSS feed tags and to add them in the RSS feeds. So this will appear next to the title, URL and description of the RSS feed channel. You can set a custom tag like this. This is the tag name, an arrow like this, equals and greater sign, and the value of the custom tag. So let's say I want to add CodeRevolution, and let's write an arrow and cool plugins, and we will have a custom tag in the RSS feed called CodeRevolution with the value cool plugins. Okay, now we will move on to feed item customizations. We can customize the title. We can use these shortcodes here. Also, the content can be customized with the same shortcodes. Item URL append. If you wish to append something to the URL of the imported item, so let's say I wish to add my affiliate tag, URL tag, and this is my affiliate ID, so the original link will be imported in the URL of the post from the RSS feed, and this will be appended to it, and my affiliate link will be generated like this. Publication date, this is a shortcode for publication date. Automatically get categories from feed. Additional feed item categories, categories to remove, so you can also automatically remove categories if you want, if you automatically get categories. So if you don't want to show the category cars, which are automatically extracted from the source feed, you can set here cars. And also the item tag creator is similar to the feed channel tag creator, but this will appear for each item, and this will appear only once in the header of the RSS feed channel. So if you wish to create custom RSS tags for each item, you should do this here. Custom tag name, the arrow and value. Here you can also use shortcodes that are listed here. Banned word list, required word list, replace word list, run regex, replace matches by regex, skip feed item if above regex not matched, run regex on title, replace matches from regex in title. These are customizations, so if you don't want to publish an item in the feed if they have banned or required words, you can set it here. And feed customizations, if you know regex, then you can do anything with the feed content you wish by defining here regex expressions. You can also skip the content of the feed item if the regex is not matching, and so on. Strip HTML from content, allow tags if strip HTML enabled, so we can check here to strip all HTML tags and define here a comma separated list of HTML tags that we wish to allow. Strip images from feed item content, strip links, strip HTML by ID, class, XPath or tag name. Tag name is a div span, and so on. Limit article word count. If you extract full article content from the source articles and you wish to limit the amount of content that is added to the content of the RSS feeds, you can set here a word count, let's say 500 words at maximum. Automatically translate content to any language using Google Translate. If you wish to use DeepL, you should set the DeepL API key in the main settings, and DeepL translator settings will also appear here, and DeepL languages will be listed afterwards here. Source article language, the language in which the article was originally. Keep original leak source after translation. You can check this to force Google Translate to not to not send the links through their API, but leave the links as they are, because by default Google Translate will send the links through their API and try to also translate these links, but this can be annoying for some visitors. Read more button text, percentage of the content to keep. This is similar to the article word count, but this will work in a percentage base. Send cookies with requests. You can set a cookie list here to send with each request. HTTPS user and password. If the feed is protected, you can use user and password here to allow access for the plugin to it. You can set a custom user agent. You can enable proxy usage for this rule. URLs not to import. You can define a set of URLs to be skipped. Feed item titles not to import. You can set titles that should be skipped. Full content query type. If you set here something different from disabled, then the plugin will try to get full content for feed items, and instead of the content that is extracted from the source RSS feeds, it will try to parse full content by crawling the original articles that are linked from the RSS feeds and get full content from there. You can set auto detect, HTML ID class, XPath, regex, and first and all matches. The query strings for ID, class, XPath, and so on should be defined here. Lazy loading HTML image tags. You can set here the lazy loading tags of images, and the plugin will automatically replace them. So in many cases this is lazy src and so on. And custom shortcode creator. You can set custom shortcodes to be used in the plugin. So shortcodes can be used in the feed item title and content like this. So we can use custom shortcode. So custom shortcode. So this is the name of the shortcode and an arrow, and let's say ID and my testing ID. This will extract from the crawled page my testing ID, HTML tag with my testing ID added to it, and add the custom shortcode value to this. So you can use in the article content using %% custom shortcode %%, and it will be replaced by the value that is extracted from the page with this ID. You can change this to class to get the HTML content with this class, or you can also use a regex and write here a regex expression. Okay, and you can also use XPath to write an XPath expression. Just keep in mind to separate the type of expression with two @ symbols. Okay, so this is the explanation of all settings from the plugin. We have the activity and logging section where we have some system info, rules that are currently running, backup current rules to file, load rules from file, restore plugin default settings, and an activity log. Here only plugin errors and important messages should be listed, so if it is empty, it's okay. So yeah, this is all for the RSS Transmute plugin. I hope you will enjoy it. I hope that you will benefit from it, and I really hope that you will be able to create new RSS feeds by replicating other feeds and to benefit from this feature. So yeah, this is all for this tutorial video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to this channel to get more similar updates and tutorials and new plugins. And until next time, have a great day, stay safe, bye bye.